I want to talk about the future, talk about the commissioner's race is exactly what we're going to talk about, and what is it facing us. This garbage to trash, the garbage to ethanol was a fiasco. We, the taxpayers, were going to be responsible for the debt. I spoke up against it. Why would we make the taxpayers co-owners of this facility? And then what they were going to do is turn that over to the taxpayers, and then would be responsible, actually the owners of the facility and any liability that may have come as a result of that. And I think that now that they've asked them to come up with the financing, they have come up with even financing. You know, at the February meeting, they asked Earl Powers, you know, do you have financing, any confirmed financing? No. Do you have the land? No. Do you have the permits? No. Do you have even a design of what the facility will look like? No. So after 3 years, nothing. And this was Jerry Shub's project. This was a thing that he was spearheading. And so there are those who want to divert from what is going on in the county and the commissioner's race. And it's been a fiasco. I wrote a letter asking Jerry that he should step down as chairman, and he elected not to run again. And he had a candidate out of Maryville that they were promoting as the new chairman of the Solid Waste District. It's the town councilman, Tom Koralchik, I think it is. And out of the 19 members who were present, he only got 5 votes. And another person was elected as this new chairman. Immediately, they told Earl Powers, we're giving you notice that you haven't performed as per the contract, and you have 60 days in which to tell us or to show us that you have the financing, the land acquisition, the permits, and that you can perform under this contract. So the fact that we're heading in a new direction is positive for Lake County. But what does it mean for the taxpayers? It means for the taxpayers that we do not have a realistic county-wide garbage management plan. We are losing millions of dollars by not having that. It's costing us taxpayers millions of dollars. The solid waste district, Jeff Langman and his staff members, they've got about a $5 million budget. I know he was on here, and he said a lot of that goes back into recycling programs and things of that nature. But what were they doing? They were promoting, their number one thing was to promote this garbage to ethanol project for almost the last 5 years, and we have nothing to show for it. Millions and millions of dollars have been spent in terms, or rather spent and or lost as a result of this whole fiasco.
Now we're talking to Roy Dominguez. Of course, what he's referring to, and I'll just give a little background here, the trash to ethanol plan that was put forth by the Lake County Solid Waste Management District and its board, which was headed by Jerry Shub, who is the commissioner that Roy is running against in the Democratic primary. And let's take a phone call right now at 219-845-1100. Hi, Gloria.
How you doing? Dominguez?
Good morning, Gloria.
This is Gloria Lynn. How are you doing?
Good, Gloria. Good morning to you.
Now, when you first got in to be the sheriff, you know, I watched everything. And, you know, I was a Bucks supporter. I'm not a politician. I pick a candidate. I pick someone that I think is going to be good to my community. When you got in the brown cars, we didn't see them. We didn't see a whole lot of things. In my opinion, a lot of times we saw you over here to clean up our city's garbage and things of that sort that I felt was not in conjunction with your job as being the sheriff. Now, as the other man called, it doesn't mean he's in a camp. He's just a little upset because you were the head of the sheriff's department, and it would seem to anybody else you'd be on top. You can't be on top of everything, but you'd be a little on top. Now, as far as the garbage has problems in New York City, Chicago, and everybody else, and that should not be the biggest emphasis on your campaign. And as far as the commissioner's thing, the only thing I am with you on that is with them changing the script. So once, if you get in, you won't be in because the next year they have to change that script. Now, I go along with that. But as far as I know you're an attorney, I know you know your script, but as far as I'm concerned, as the sheriff, I lived in Gary, and I saw the changes. I saw the crime rate higher. I saw we were afraid to go out. I'm 6'7", fence all around my house. I'm gated, and older people, bicycles were taken. I'm talking about the scooters under your administration. I saw down at the county how the
All right, Gloria. Hey, thanks a lot for your comments. Gloria, it was good to see
I
you
just
on.
want to say that. So when you talk, you're going to pick a garbage thing to be the commissioner when that's not the thing. You cannot change the past.
All right, hey, let's clean that up. Thanks a lot. The trash to ethanol issue is a big issue.
It's a big issue. They had
300
proposed
million. All right, and
330
not everybody knows all the intricacies. So if I just give it was like 200 to 300 million dollar proposition to build this plant to take our garbage in all of Lake County basically and turn it into a usable product in ethanol. In theory, it sounds like a great idea, but that was planned in 2008, and it still hasn't happened.
nothing
And
happened. Yeah.
Jeff Langman was in that seat. He is the executive director of that little Lake County Solid Waste Management District. And he sat in that chair right where you are, and he took some major pelting by some callers the other day, some calling for him to resign. And you called for Jerry Shub to resign. Instead, he did not run again for the head of that thing. So it's really kind of messed up. But is it a cornerstone of a campaign?
I think it is one of the cornerstones of the campaign. $330 million is a lot of money to have had the taxpayers saddled with this. No trash plan, the no bid contracts. You know, recently they just announced that they spent $41 million in renovating the county government center. $41 million. $28 million of those dollars went to a company out of Framingham, Massachusetts. And if you go and look at our government buildings, $41 million is a lot of money. $28 million went to a company out of state in Massachusetts. What I would do is vendors and companies here first in compliance with the state bidding processes and things of that nature. But preference ought to give to our Lake County residents. We got architects, we got engineers right here in Lake County. They pay their taxes here. Framingham, Massachusetts, $28 million. Those political no-bid contracts come to an end. Ethics training is a must. Transparency, there's no reason why our commissioners' meeting are not online. And I will make sure that we will put it online so that the people can see that. Also, our contracts can also be put online so people can see what is it that they could bid for so that we can then publicize those contracts that were out for bid and those who are the subsequent winners and what is it that they were awarded so people can keep track of their government, provide with the information of those things. And so all of those things is what I've made it a cornerstone of running for a commissioner.